still aren't going to get too out of hand. We aren't expecting any heat advisories like we've seen in the last several days, or at least over the last week. Here's a look at our day planner. We're going to go from 86 degrees around lunchtime today. With increasing clouds, we're going to see those temperatures only top out around 90. Now, I know we've been seeing highs in the mid to lower 80s the last couple of days, but I think this is probably going to be one of the warmest days of the week. Right now in Starkville, we're a little bit on the cool side. Nice shot there looking at the north gate of Mississippi State University. Temperatures at 63 degrees. The dew point also at 63, so we have some humidity out there, but as that temperature increases, the dew point is not expected to increase a whole lot, maybe upper 60s with the dew point, so it may feel a couple of degrees warmer than the actual temperature later on today, but we're not expecting those oppressive heat indices. Our normal high around 91, we're going to top out right around that same exact spot, honestly. Here's a look at the storm track Doppler. You can see some showers up towards the north, just to the north and east of Memphis. That's along a cold front that will slowly drift a little bit farther southward. It'll increase our temperatures out ahead of that, but behind that, that'll actually cool us down just a little bit. Here's our storm tracker, how that's expected to set up. We'll see an increase in cloud cover later on as that cold front sags southward, but the rain chances really don't kick in until sometime right around sunset this evening, and we'll see about a 30% or about a 20% today. Then that cold front kind of stalls out. It doesn't move a whole lot, so we're going to see about a 30% chance of showers and storms through the day tomorrow, starting out early in the morning. So it's not going to be dry all day tomorrow, but most of us will probably stay dry. Now our highs today getting into the upper 80s, lower 90s, and as we go into the next several days, those temperatures cool down to about 87 degrees, with our highest rain chances looking to be on Wednesday. Keep an eye on those 30% rain chances. We may have to increase those to 40% later on, but those temperatures look like they're going to stay in the upper 80s to low 90s, so nothing too out of hand. Javante?
Joel, thank you. Here are the top stories of the morning. With Friday's Supreme Court ruling, same-sex couples can now wed in all 50 states. But what remains to be seen is when the Magnolia State will allow it. Attorney General Jim Hood halted courts from issuing marriage licenses to gay couples shortly after the ruling. He says the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals must first lift its ban. But one law expert says the wait shouldn't be too long. Only 3 same-sex couples were able to get marriage licenses Friday before Hood ordered courts to stop. It's unclear when the order will be lifted. Alabama's Chief Justice Roy Moore is lashing out at the U.S. Supreme Court same-sex ruling. At a church on yesterday, Moore said the decision was against the Constitution and that Christians would be persecuted for disagreeing. Now, earlier this year, he directed state probate judges to refuse marriage licenses to gay couples. Clarksdale police believe they have the man accused of shooting and killing an attorney Friday afternoon behind bars. Police say Ellis Pittman was a prominent attorney in the area. He was in his office for a deposition with other attorneys, including the mayor. Now, the mayor says he was leaving the office when he heard the shots. Pittman died while being airlifted to a Memphis hospital. Now, the suspect, Ricardo Frazier, turned himself in not long after the shooting. Frazier was a local contractor and builder who was being sued by Pittman. Well, one man is dead after a wreck Saturday night in Lee County. Investigators say Guillermo Martin was driving alone on Briar Ridge Road when he apparently ran off the road, forcing his vehicle to roll over. Now, he later died at North Mississippi Medical Center. Officials say Martin did not have an ID on him, and they weren't able to identify him until his wife called later on. Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi and the Tupelo Police Department, they need your help locating 2 Cooper Tire trailers. Now, on May 3rd, officers were called to the plant where 2 53-foot trailers full of brand new tires had been removed. The tires were valued at more than $250,000. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-773-TIPS. Well, Ole Miss junior tackle Laramie Tunsil was arrested Friday in Oxford on charges of domestic violence against his stepfather. Coach Hugh Freeze sent a statement to ESPN confirming his arrest, and in the statement says Tunsil was defending his mother. Now, Coach Freeze also said he and his mother have pressed charges against his stepfather. Now, more details in this case should be released later on today. Well, there is a new Miss Mississippi. Miss University of Southern Mississippi, Hannah Roberts, was crowned the 2015 winner. Miss Hannah Roberts is from Summerall. Now, she'll go on to represent the Magnolia State in the Miss America pageant in Atlantic City in New Jersey on September 13th. And good luck to her. All right, and don't forget, you can always get the latest news, weather, and sports by visiting our website. It's WTVA.com, or you can download our app, WTVA News. It's free and available now for all Apple and Android devices. All right, time now is just about 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Coming up after the break, we'll have another check of the Weather Authority forecast. There's still more WTVA News today after the break.